All right. Sit back, buckle up, and brace yourselves. This is Chennai Live 104.8, India's first and only digital talk station. Now, we've been saying this for a very, very long time. Your voice counts, your vote matters. But today, the volume will not be reduced, but the echo will be a lot louder. At least we believe, and you know it as well, that this elections for our country is very informative, very important, and very, very impactful. Let's talk a bit about Tamil Nadu to begin with. The big question here is, will the lotus bloom? We have seen a significant mark of the lotus here, but will the lotus actually bloom, or will the rising sun ensure that it doesn't flourish? This is one part of the politics. But there's a lot more to a politician as well. Politics is one part, controversy is one part, people is one part, and policy is another very, very important part. And today I'm very happy to have with me a face, a petal of the lotus from Tamil Nadu. He's been around for a very, very long time. It's been a decade or so, but today your impact in Tamil Nadu politics is very, very strong. Vanakkam and welcome to the show, Vinoj. Eppadi irkeenga?
Vanakkam.
First of all, the elections in Tamil Nadu is over, but now tell me, is it relaxed? Ipo vandu avlo campaigning அந்த வெயில்ல, we are talking, we are promising, we are pleading, we are assuring. But is it now a little more relaxed? Is Vinod the politician relaxed and Vinod the person chilling? Is that the case?
Firstly, I'm very happy to be doing this interview with Chennai Live. Most importantly, that I've been interviewed by several anchors. And the first time I'm doing it with a batchmate, with someone I knew from my kindergarten days. So, you know, it rolls down your memory. You go back like 35 years, 33 years, and then you instantly start thinking about school. It's a good feeling. I'm so happy that I got to meet you after a long time, Raji. I'm so glad that you're doing really well. Apart from all that, my entire election process, there was no stress, there was no tension. Election is part of the political process. It's not everything. But of course, we want to win. We want to win for a reason. But apart from that, there was no stress we took. It was the most enjoyable time we had. In fact, I just had an event. For event முடிச்சிட்டு தான் வந்துட்டு இருக்கேன். Met a lot of my காரியகர்த்தாஸ் எல்லாம் கூட ஒர்க் பண்ணவங்க. எல்லாருமே பார்க்குறவங்கலாம் ஐயோ தம்பி உங்களை பார்த்து ஒரு வாரம் ஆச்சு, ரொம்ப நாள் ஆச்சு, மறுபடி பிரச்சாரம் போகலாமான்னு கேட்டால் ஐயோ டெய்லி போகலாங்க, போர் அடிக்குதுங்க, வீட்டில் உட்கார முடியல, நோ ஒன் இஸ் ஏபிள் டு சிட் அட் ஹோம். The 25 days was திருவிழா மாதிரி. அரசியலுங்கிற தமிழ்நாட்டில் தான் திருவிழா. So, in the Jananayagathோட திருவிழா, the fun and the festivities beyond the which are part of the democracy, the election process, it's unimaginable. It's a high, and we were all a part of it. We're unable to sit back at home. I'm so lucky that my party has given me the opportunity to go work in Telangana. So right after finishing this, I'm flying out to Hyderabad to work in Telangana for the BJP as a karyakarta. On the ground, on the floor. I'm so excited about it.
Of course, I think over the past few years, Vinod, you have become this very trustworthy foot soldier of the BJP. And before we start off with the politics part of it, Ningle sonninga, you know, it takes us back to school days. And at the time, the teachers solvanga, what do you want to become? Doctor, scientist, engineer. That time, Vinod never raised his hand and said, I want to become a politician. I want to become a face for the BJP. I want to serve the people. Abdi, என்னோட point of view, in my memory, that was not the case. Vinoj and politics, அது ஏன் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு, அந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் எப்படி ஆரம்பிச்சது?
Yeah, that's basically because I could never even go up on stage and speak. I was too shy. I was even shy to get up and say an answer in class, fearing whether it's right or wrong. But today there's no option. Talking is your only, you have no choice but to talk, but to address people. So it's been a long journey, and you know, 6 வயசு 7 வயசு 10 வயசுல if an individual can decide what he wants to be in the future, that's brilliant. But I don't think that really happens. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு so many of our friends, so many of our classmates had so many ambitions, but I think almost 60% of them are right now in America. I don't know what they do, but they're all in America. I can hardly count 3 or 4 people who actually pursued their ambition, they stuck to it and actually achieved it. I didn't think I'll be here, but I'm so glad I'm here. I'm really happy that I'm here. But life has taken a lot of twists and turns, and you know, it throws surprises at you. and you just need to cherish them. Just take them in and enjoy life. That's how it's going actually.
நீங்க சொன்னீங்க lot of people are now in America. America and உங்க campaignல வந்து ஒரு strong connection இருந்தது. In the hashtags and slogans வந்து instantly ஒரு connect build ஆகுது Vinoj with the people and the representative. நீங்க ஒரு tagline use பண்ணீங்க, let's make Chennai great again. Reminds me of Donald Trump. Let's make America great again. When நீங்க இந்த word சொல்லும்போது let's make Chennai great again, it means that Chennai lost its greatness somewhere உங்க point of viewல இருந்து. When you say let's make it great again, what are you saying we lost, and what are you saying is missing, and what are you saying the city or the state needs back? What is it?
See, the only thing which is common amongst all of us is the pride that we all belong to Chennai. No one can beat that pride.
Correct.
But winning in the IPL with Chennai Super Kings alone is not enough. Chennai as a city should win. Chennai was the most premier destination of South India. Let it be cinema, let it be industries, let it be the electronics market, let it be the international travel. People from any other city, Bangalore, Hyderabad, they all have to come to Chennai to take an international flight because Chennai was the hub at one point of time. Everything was from Chennai. But today, let's face reality, let's not fool ourselves. Bangalore is ahead of us. You take any index, they say Hyderabad is the best city to live in India. Pune has gone ahead of us. Ahmedabad has picked up so much. But where are we? We are stuck in the past. We're stuck in the past. For some reason, as a city, we've not progressed. We've missed out. That pride that we are a part of Chennai.
Correct.
The politicians who have ruled the city, who have been elected representatives, did not have the same pride, or they did not feel the necessity to push the city more, to push the city better. We need to compete on several verticals. And we are lagging behind. Let it be travel, let it be connectivity, let it be mobility across the city, let it be the parks, let it be the access, let it be the transportation. நிறைய factors, a lot of factors are there. Even our smart city project implementation has been pathetic. When our Honorable Prime Minister came, we took him to the Pondibusar Road because that is the only place where actually the smart city initiative has been done fully. We have Kadanavas Khan Road, we have Saukarpet, we have the Mint Street. Mint Street is the world's longest street. But what are we doing with it? There's so much money which can be generated. It can be a hub for the entire country to come and pick things up from. You can make a bloody aircraft out of the kind of things you get there. That's such a big market. So much business. But we not utilized it. You take Kadanavas Khan Road. You have so many nice roads in Bangalore. You have the Vittal Malya Road, and you go to Hyderabad. You have this Gachibowli, which is developed into a great hub. You can quote places in every city which have like.
So you are saying Chennai has the resources, has the people, has the ability, has the culture, has the history, but it's the people with the power that's not allowed it to elevate in the past few years.
For instance, we have the beach, which is a blessing, which none of these cities I spoke about have. Bangalore doesn't have it, Hyderabad doesn't have it, Pune doesn't have it, Ahmedabad doesn't have it. But we have not utilized this place. We need to use this space. The citizens of the city need to feel like, okay, my city has so much to offer. நம்ம என்ன லீவு கிடைச்சா we want to run away from Chennai because we feel it's nothing the city has to offer. But the city has so much to be done. So one of my election promises was to...
I saw your manifesto.
We have a marina promenade.
I saw that.
We want to create places. We want to create opportunities for the citizen, for the common man to go and relish, to enjoy sports. Take sports. So much talent in the city. But are we giving them the platform to showcase themselves? No. What turfs do you have for these young kids to go and practice? The real talent in sports is in the slums of Chennai. It's not just in Boat Club and in Poise Garden. You need to explore them in the slums of Chennai. But you've not been given an opportunity. ஏன்னா ஓட்டு தேவையில்லை, நீ எப்படி அந்த ஓட்டு போடுவ அப்படிங்கிற மைண்ட் செட், தட் மைண்ட்
இருந்தது இப்போ மாறி இருக்கு. One way I must tell you, Vinoj, you mentioned Bangalore, you mentioned Hyderabad. These are two cities where BJP doesn't rule. You have not mentioned any other city, which we will speak about in further detail. But politics is one way of serving or improving the city or the state. Vinod, you don't have to be a politician to do these dreams. Of course, politics is a way to do it. Vinod decided, I want to serve the people in the thought process. ஒரு இண்டிவிஜுவல் அண்ட் ஒரு ஐடியாலஜியில் வித்தியாசம் இருக்கும், ஒரு பர்சன் அண்ட் ஒரு பார்ட்டியில் வித்தியாசம் இருக்கும். You could have chosen any party, a Dravidian party, India's first party, or the BJP party. That was your choice. Why did you align with the BJP in terms of why do you feel that BJP is the right party for Tamil Nadu?
See, to do service, like you rightly said, you can be a part of an NGO, but the limitations are plenty. If you actually want to bring about the change that you want to see, politics is the only tool which you need to go about, and there are no two ways to it. We are inspired. A political party should have a leadership which inspires you. I could have been in a Dravidian party, I could have been opening doors for some leader, I could have been carrying their bags or serving their family, buying vegetables at their house, or being at the back of the kitchen. But that's not what I was destined for. The BJP is the only political organization in this country which gives its foot soldier, the Karyakarta, the respect he deserves, the self-respect, the dignity he deserves. I'm not trying to make this show a political statement, but this is the fact. You don't have to open anyone's card. I've not opened anyone's card out to get my posting, to get my seat. I've worked my way through. So this party recognizes hard work. It recognizes people who actually want to serve the people, serve the nation. Like you rightly said, I could have joined any political party. I could have been a part of DMK. I could have been something today. I could have been in the part of ADMK. I could have been something today. But 17 years, we chose the BJP where we had no MLAs, we had no councillors. And today we are progressing as a party. These Dravidian parties in Tamil Nadu are saturated. People are bored. They've hit their hill. That's about it. There is no more progress for them. Today, people want change, and the only party which can actually give the change that the city, the state wants to see is the BJP. The people are turning towards BJP. I know the vast difference because I've contested in 2011. My progress was I did not get para-dropped right to come and contest for a parliamentary seat. In 2011, I contested for a municipal councillor. Yeah. In 2021, I contested for an MLA. And 2024, I got the opportunity to contest for an MP. So the progress has been gradual. It's been step by step, stage by stage. So this is possible only in the BJP. Our leadership provides us that. A seat, a position is not cemented for an individual. Everyone gets a chance. Everyone gets a chance. And whoever serves the best stays on. If you don't, you're indispensable. You're dispensable. You're asked to stay out. You say, like, okay, you've given you a chance, you didn't do, sit outside and watch the others perform. That's the BJP.
Well, if that is what you say it is, then that's a fresh approach, because here we have seen in Tamil Nadu people touch the feet, fall at the feet, and many, many more things. But tell me a few things about the two great faces of BJP in the current time, not taking away from anybody else, but Prime Minister Modi and you have a wonderful selfie. And when I see that, I say, yes, Vinoj is a politician, but this is a Indian's dream to take a selfie with the Prime Minister. Arguably one of the greatest Prime Ministers India has seen. So tell me about Prime Minister Modi and your equation. I think in today media has covered Modi ji so much that we know everything about him primarily. But is there something about Mr. Annamalai and Mr. Modi that we don't know? And how is your personal rap? Was it only politics, or do you speak about cricket, sambar, idli, weather? What do you all speak about besides politics?
See, the Prime Minister is a living inspiration. Not just politically. You take any aspect of his. A lot of people wouldn't know. The fitness routine of the Prime Minister's inspiration. At 73, the speed at which he walks on the stage, we can't match. You're stunned because I've had the God-blessed opportunity to share the dais with him on at least 6 occasions in the last 1 year. The speed at which he walks and comes, we're like, when are we ever going to walk like that? At 37, what I can't do, at 73, he does that. So the fitness routine he has also is inspiration for people to look at. And of course, the governance and the pride he has given every individual, every Indian while taking this passport and standing in an immigration queue and saying, I'm from India. Yeah. The pride he has instilled in Indians is just outstanding. Okay, you can't match that. I would like to differ. He's not one of the greatest prime ministers India has seen, but he is one of the greatest leaders the world has seen. Today, several nations have conferred upon the highest civilian awards of their countries to the Prime Minister, and this includes 9 Islamic countries which follow the Sharia law, who have termed and who have given the same honor to our Prime Minister. So that's the amount of recognition he has been having across the globe. So it's great, and it was my life's moment to be standing beside him on that campaign vehicle and seeing the kind of love the people were showering on him. It made me very emotional because 17 years in this party, this is what we all toiled for BJP to get the affection and love of the people, and we got that day. That was not a crowd which was mobilized. That was not a crowd which was brought there. That was a crowd which came there by itself to see a person who they want to see lead the state.
Is the rise of BJP purely because of the failure of the Dravidian parties? Give me an honest answer. Why is this sudden popular? Nobody can deny that BJP this time has become very popular. The most popular or not, we will understand. But popularity has shot up. Is it to do with BJP's work, or is it to do with the so much of failed promises, corruption, scams of the ruling party?
It's a 50-50. It's the failures of the Dravidian parties to perform over the last 20 years, especially. I'm not saying these parties are bad. They did their part. That's why they've been in power for so many years. But over the last 20 years, both the Dravidian parties just got a little too selfish. They got a little too self-centered. Especially the DMK was so concentrated on growing the wealth of the family. ஒரு குடும்பத்தை வச்சு அரசியல் அப்படின்னு வரும்பொழுது அது தானா மக்கள் மனசுல வந்து ஒரு வெறுப்பை உருவாக்கிடும். So a sort of frustration has come into the minds of the people. So the last 20 years has been the downfall of Tamil Nadu over several indexes, if you see. Over நிறைய இடங்களில் வந்து இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஆகட்டும், இல்லை ஐடி பார்க்ஸ் ஆகட்டும், இல்லை மெடிக்கல் ஃபீல்ட் ஆகட்டும், transport, number of flights taking off in Chennai airport. Over vertically, Chennai has been slowly, Tamil Nadu has been slowly going down the ranks. This is one part. So, the people can choose any political party as an alternate. But why people are today flocking to the BJP is because they see BJP as the party which has promised and developed several states across the country. BJP was in power in Karnataka, in Bangalore till recently, and the 24 elections will again prove that the people of Karnataka have missed BJP, and why they are voting for the BJP will be proven now in this coming up elections. As far as other states are concerned, let it be Uttar Pradesh, let it be Gujarat, in the states allow on the development index map at one point of time. But 20 years of stable rule in Gujarat is today propelled Gujarat to a high which other states don't enjoy. Today, the building of the Ayodhya temple is going to give the kind of revenue which no particular place in Tamil Nadu can even imagine having. வந்து இவ்வளோ கோடி பணம் போட்டாங்கன்னு தான் பேசுகிறாங்க. பட் த கைண்ட் ஆஃப் மணி விச் இஸ் கோன் டு பி கமிங் இன் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் ஆல் த ஆக்ஸிலரிஸ் அரவுண்ட் த டெம்பிள், ஹவு மச் economy is picking up. These are things which people don't debate upon. So much is happening in BJP ruled states where things are picking up, economy is picking up. When economy picks up, the lifestyle of the people go up. So a lot of dependent factors are there. So இதெல்லாம் பேஸ் பண்ணி பார்க்கும்போது people feel a certain how do I say, what word do I use, ஒரு வெறுப்பு, இந்த திராவிட கட்சிகள் மேல ஒரு வெறுப்பும் பாஜக மேல ஒரு புதிய பாசமும் equally it's a 50-50. That's what's helping BJP grow.
நீங்க என்ன சொல்லிருக்கீங்க இப்போ வரைக்கும் வந்து is a lot to do with the economy in terms of development, sir. I want to bring facts to the table. Opinions வந்து ஒவ்வொரு பர்சனுக்கு ஒரு opinion இருக்கு, sir. If development according to you and the BJP is an economy, investment, growth, then definitely it has been an amazing surge. But on the other hand, let's take data out, sir. Happiness level, freedom of press, employment, number of youth who want to go abroad. Ningale sonninga, actually the number of people today in our circle, most of them have gone to America. It's probably for the first time that so many young minds and young brains want to leave the country and go out. Whether education, whether employment, whether happiness. You mentioned every state. Manipur was not mentioned at all. It's very much a part of our country, sir. What is your take on what is development? People's happiness, people's safety, people's security, or stock market growth, roads and airports? What is development?
See, this in the index alarm போடுறாங்கல்ல, these agencies which come up with that. Who are these agencies? Who is giving them the opportunity to come out and say, because I've seen very interestingly that in the freedom of press பத்தி பேசுனீங்கல்ல, China is way ahead of India. Pakistan in terms of security is way ahead of India. Who are you people? If you have probably ever had Rajiv had to go to Beijing and have this kind of a show, then you'll probably know what freedom of press is. You'll be like, thank God I'm in India. And you'll come back, touch the feet of Bharat Mata and enter the land again and start working here for the media. But these countries, these agencies give China way up ahead ranking of India. They say that we know that Pakistan today is a begging bowl. Pakistan literally a begging bowl today. But I have seen certain agencies come up and say the happiness index of Pakistan is better than India. ஒரு 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 லாரியில் வந்து ஆட்டா மாவா மைதா மாவா போச்சுன்னா அதை அடிச்சு பிடிங்கி 100 பேர் ஒரு ஒரு 4 ரொட்டிக்கு வந்து மைதா பிடிங்கிட்டு போகிறாங்க. தட்ஸ் வேர் த கண்ட்ரி ஹஸ் ஹெடட். So, who are these people who decide the happiness of the people of this nation? The nation is voting en masse for the BJP because they feel happy. That is what matters. If people are not happy, they won't vote. The BJP's vote is a very emotional vote. People are connected to this party. And that's why they are voting for this party. And if you say that economy is not important, then I don't think anyone's going to agree, because that is the base. The base of everything is the happiness. Happiness comes out of what? Happiness comes out of what you eventually make and then take back home. That is what is going to give you the security a family wants. Let us be very practical. Okay, it can be very fast when you say money is nothing. Money is everything at the end of the day, eventually, for a family to be run. No one is going to say, எனக்கு பணம் வேணாம்னு சொல்கிற ஆளுங்க யாருமே கிடையாது. ஓகே, அவன் குடும்பத்தை நடத்தணும்னா he needs that basic. So that is being ensured, guaranteed by various schemes which the Narendra Modi government has been bringing about. Narendra Modi and BJP are synonymous. If you ask me this question, they're synonymous with each other. But Narendra Modi is not just the Prime Minister of the BJP, he is the Prime Minister of the country. Some people need to realize that. They have to realize that he is the Prime Minister of the nation, and he works for the betterment of every individual, not just the 13-14 crore BJP people who are sitting here. He works for all of us.
Why is this election the most important, sir? Some people say that this election is going to decide a lot of things in the next 5 years, for the good or the bad. What is the relevance of this election that you want to tell to the people that maybe in independent India, this is going to be a very decisive election? Adi neenga solringa, sir?
The Prime Minister of our country has a vision for 20 years after him.
47, yeah.
Okay, 20 years even after him, he has a vision. It is not just a short-term goal he's talking about. Okay, starting from Atmanirbhar Bharat to all the schemes which has been brought about, the vision 2047 is very important, very important. We're talking about making India the Vishwa Guru of the world. That's the original position the country held, because we were from the Harappan civilization to everything. If you take our history, we were forerunners. You take the Cholas. They followed the route of the turtle migration to go all the way up to Costa Rica, and they established themselves. The entire route which the migratory turtles took was followed by the Cholas, by the Pandyas. You have places in Indonesia which are called Tamil, and several places are there. So it is time to regain our lost glory for the country as a whole, and for that you need a leader with a vision. And the Prime Minister has been guaranteeing and promising that. Why this election is important? Because last 10 years went into rectifying the mistakes done by the previous Congress governments. It took 10 years to rectify, to set right things, and to set the base for a development. The next 5-10 years of BJP rule is going to actually promise and showcase India at the highest level. This is going to be the most crucial time, where we need a stable government which is going to hit hard. India today is a soft power. It's a great soft power. Soft power at the same time which goes very hard on its enemies. We are not compromising on terrorism. We are not compromising on any element which is against the interest of the country. India stands strong. It's because, see, the military is the same. The Navy is the same. But why are we hitting hard today? Because the leadership sitting in Delhi is strong. Fearless, strong leadership. That's what really matters today, and that's why this election is very important for every citizen of this country.
It's taken 10 years to rectify the mistakes that you say of the previous governments, and the next 10 years prove to be, or could be, very, very glorious if the BJP comes into power. But sir, we'll talk about Tamil Nadu before we go on to the next chapter. நீங்களே சொன்னீங்க, who are these people who are saying happiness எவ்வளோ இருக்கு, press freedom எவ்வளோ இருக்கு, unemployment எவ்வளோ இருக்கு? They are third party agencies, sir. Exit polls also are third-party agencies, because eventually it's a relationship between the party and the people. Even the press, even the media, even the newspaper, all these are third-party agencies. I want to ask the man in the middle of all of this. You've done your part. You have gone and campaigned. You received the love of the people. Will you receive the votes of the people, sir? Give me the numbers. How much DMK? How much BJP? According to you, and what will be your victory? Is it BJP ruled in Tamil Nadu, or a BJP impact in Tamil Nadu itself?
Rajiv, I have no idea who told you I'm an astrologer. But I'm not.
Sir, politicians are greater than astrologers.
I remember that one astrologer was actually arrested for saying that DMK will lose in Dharmaburi. It was one of the most funniest instances.
You don't go anti-DMK in Tamil Nadu, sir.
Yeah, so that's the kind of freedom of speech which is there in Tamil Nadu. Yeah. So that's maybe something you should be talking about. But beyond all that, the one-liner of BJP is nation first, party next, self last. So selflessly, all the Karyakartas worked in this election. They pushed their limits, and the performance has been good. We are happy with what we have done. We're happy with the love and affection people have showered to us. Vote share is very important. Winning is more important. And we are very confident that we are going to be able to do both. Getting an vote share which no survey picked up. Because, see, I'll tell you, this election, particularly in Tamil Nadu, is a very undercurrent election. The emotions of the people are impossible to gauge. What is the sampling size? The sampling size you do is not going to be enough for you or anyone to predict what the people's mindset is. Today, the people have come out and voted en masse. People have voted with a completely different mindset. And like you rightly said, there have been several people who have been feared to go out and say, I voted for another party other than the DMK. எப்படி இந்த ஜோசிகாரனை பிடிச்சி பாவம் ஜெயிலில் போட்டாங்களோ அந்த மாதிரி நான் டிஎம்கேக்கு ஓட்டு போடலை அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் ஜெயிலில் போட்டுருவாங்களோ அப்படிங்கிற பயம் நிறைய பேர் மனசில் இருக்கு. ஸோ that's why I'm saying no survey can actually pick up what the people have done or what the people have chosen.
Your instinct, your intuition, what is that?
BJP is going to win several seats.
Several is too open, sir. A politician is specific. A BJP politician is to the dot, sir. You all make no mistake.
Let's leave it open.
நீங்களே சொன்னீங்க இந்த எலெக்ஷன் வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டான எலெக்ஷன் இருக்கு. But it is a chorus from the entire country, not party related. Vinoj, it is a chorus from the entire country saying this election has to be free and fair, which is not. ECI is watching like an IPL match. We're watching what's going on and going to the third umpire, but no decision coming out. The day we had elections, April 19th, Vinoj came out in the evening and said that, hold on, there was a problem. There is a conspiracy going on. And the people who view DMK, every party, every politician went and said, you must vote, were not given a chance to vote. But after that, the same people who said that people should vote, they have not fought for the right for them to vote. Their names were taken off. People who voted for the state elections have not got a chance to vote for the central elections. Now the politicians are not speaking. You come out and say this is a DMK-led conspiracy in your own words, and I am not mincing words, sir. If I am wrong, tell me I am wrong. If DMK is wrong, tell me they are wrong, sir.
See, the DMK has been the master of theatrics. They have always found ways, they've invented ways to manipulate elections. It is pretty embarrassing to say that Tamil Nadu was the first state which started giving cash for votes. And it was started by the DMK. From freebie culture to all this was started by the DMK. So they know how to rig an election, how to win an election by rigging it. From poll booth capturing to all that have been done in the past. So this election, they knew that the election comes to India would come down heavy at any poll capturing, booth capturing and all that. So what they instead did was, there is a verification of voters which is usually done before the elections. Now who does this is BLOs, who are appointed by booth level officers, who has been appointed by the state government, who are employees of the state government. So they come to your house, they knock at your door, and when you open the door, they ask you certain questions, and then they fill a questionnaire, and they go and they say, yes, okay, the vote is not there. But why I had to come out that day, why Mr. Annamalai had to come out in Coimbatore that day was, in the evening, through the day, we kept getting frantic calls saying, I received a booth slip 3 days back, 5 days back, but my name is missing at the polling station. My name is missing at the polling station. So people with booth slips, but the name's missing at polling stations. And interestingly, this was done in certain pockets. It was not done all across the city, all across the constituency. But in certain urban pockets, this was a pattern. Certain polling stations had a lot of people's names which were missing. A lot of people's names were missing from certain polling stations. People who have been husband and wife who are voting for 20 years. 20 years they've been voting in the same polling station, the same polling booth. Both doctors with profession. Husband's name is, the wife's name is not there. So it's ridiculous how this could have happened, and the state government is entirely responsible for this mess. So this time they decided that the way to fight the BJP is to delete names where they felt are BJP voters. Segments which they felt, okay, these people will vote for BJP. Delete the names. Delete. So there are about 1,300 booths approximately, 1,294 booths approximately in the central Chennai constituency. So remove 50 names from each booth. You're talking about 50,000. Remove 70 names, you're talking about 100,000. So this was done, it was a very planned exercise. So
You feel so with seeing all of this. No proof as such, sir.
this is, how else do you prove this? So now we are collecting the data
Yeah.
from across. We're trying to get all the thousands of people to come together because we want to launch a strong protest. I know it could be too late for this election, but we don't want this to be repeated. So we're going to make a strong protest. So responsible citizens who went out to vote, cast their vote, but denied this opportunity, and it's unacceptable. It's
unfair.
murder of democracy. So we are going to fight for them. We're going to be their voice, and we're going to ensure that this never happens for them in the future. And we're going to do this now. We're not going to wait for 26. We're going to do this now to make sure that this does not repeat in 2026 in the coming up elections.
I'm with you. I think everyone, no matter which party they are voting for, if they are eligible citizens of the country, they have to have the power to vote, and that should never ever be snatched away, and that's the essence of democracy. So today questions are being put on the word democracy itself, sir. We'll talk about this, but I kind of understand that you and me have seen a lot of life, and we somehow believe that life is quite karmic, sir. This life has this karma philosophy. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. This is what people's mindset is. This was not free and fair. But was the fact that the Congress's bank account was frozen few weeks before the election, was that free and fair? Arresting Arvind Kejriwal, a strong competitor in Delhi, was that free and fair? Also, was the fact that suddenly the ED comes into action, CBI comes into action, was that free and fair? Is this a karmic cycle? Crores of rupees in, say, 2012 or 14 was spent to tarnish the image of Rahul Gandhi. The press was said, use this word Papu. But also in the state, crores of rupees are being spent to say, don't allow this North Indian party called BJP to come into South India. Spend money to create an image, Rahul Gandhi walked from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, and they said இது ஒரு PR stunt இருக்கு. But our Honorable Annamalai sir also walked Tamil Nadu. So life can be quite karmic. It doesn't leave any party or any politician. What is your take on this, sir?
I'm a born Hindu. I'm a staunch Hindu. I believe in karma. I believe that your actions are going to be responsible for what you get in the future. In that way, today Arvind Kejriwal going to jail, or Lalu Prasad Yadav going to jail, or any of these leaders going to jail, is the karmic action of their past. You looted the country. You looted the people. You signed in documents which you knew are going to work against the interest of the common man. You went to jail. ED and CBI did not come after Rajiv. ED and CBI did not come after a camera person. ED and CBI went behind people who looted the nation. It's very important to note. So people who have not done any mistake need not worry. So only people who are into scams, who are responsible for the economy of the nation getting busted, only they are getting busted and they are being put behind bars. You believe in the judiciary, you believe in the legal process. The legal process is completely away from the clutches of the Bharatiya Janata Party. So if you
People
have not...
accuse BJP of this, sir. They say they control it, which is not true.
The judiciary is completely independent. In fact, judiciary has come down heavily on BJP if the BJP does wrong. So, Sendil Balaji being kept behind bars for 1 year almost is because of what he had done. It is his karmic past that today he is serving the sentence in jail. If BJP controls the judiciary, Ponmudi will not be out today. You understand? So BJP and the judiciary are completely poles apart. The judiciary has ways of looking at things. They have their ways of deciphering the law and punishing people for the mistakes they have done.
So one option is you face what these looters or scammers did, which is go into the hands of law, whether it is a case on you or whether it's jail is one part. Another person says, or a group of people say, If you don't want to face that problem, do exactly what Praful Patel did. Do what Ashok Chavan did. Do what Ajit Pawar did. Join the BJP. This tag has come in, which I want you to clarify, sir. BJP is your washing machine. If you come in, no matter what allegations you are, join us and we'll ensure that there's nothing on you and you will become a hero for that state. Would you like to clarify the stance or the misinterpretation of the people, sir?
Like you rightly used the word. Um, in the 10 years of Congress regime, if you look into it deeply, A to Z, all the 26 alphabets have a scam starting with a name. From the Augusta Westland scam, to the Commonwealth scam, to the coal scam. You can keep going. Everything was a scam in the previous government. Today, in the last 10 years of Narendra Modi government, let it be the multiple increase in the number of medical colleges. Let it be the multifold increase the number of universities. Let it be the multifold increase in the number of IITs and IIM institutions being established. Let it be the multifold increase in the number of AIIMS hospitals being built. Let it be the increase in the number of airports from 75 to 150. Let it be the introduction of Vande Bharat trains, which was zero before. Let it be the amount of foreign direct investment which has come into the country. Let it be the amount of foreign exchange we're able to hold, which is at a never before high for this nation. Let it be the kind of initiatives being done to make sure that we are a very strong leader in the BRICS. Let it be the founder of the Yoga Day. We have come a long way today. Today, India heads several verticals. Several verticals is being led by a nation. So we are a proud country today. India is a proud country today. So when a country is rid of scams, when you can't really accuse a political organization of any wrongdoings against the nation, let it be the surgical strikes you'll be able to do, let it be the fact that we don't hit an inch of our land to any country which is trying to threaten us. So we become a stronger country. As a nation, we have grown. So this is very important. A diplomatic relationship with several nations across is at its best. We've been able to do wonders as a country, and I think it's important that we all should be proud of what has actually happened. So when these sort of things happen, politicians from other political parties, it's natural that they feel that, see, at some point, every politician wants to serve. Okay, there's this basic instinct that we should do something for our people. And people who have that consciousness feel that they can't have that done in the Congress because they see no future of the party. If I ever forget their future, they see no future for the party itself. At that point, they leave these political organizations and they choose the BJP because they know that the BJP has a strong future, a strong roadmap for this country. And through the BJP, they can actually serve the people of their constituency they voted for. It is basically doing justice to their voter. And that is why they choose the BJP. BJP doesn't spare even its own party men who have done a wrong. No, you're not spared. Even if you're from the BJP, if you've done something wrong, you're booted out and you're punished and you go through the legal process. That is how the BJP has been built, and that is how the BJP functions very clearly.
You endorse what the finance minister said, that even a person who has 9 CBI cases is welcome to the party. You endorse that sentence, or you want to clarify that sentence?
See, unless and until a person is charge sheeted, cases can be slapped against anyone. I have 24 cases against me. Okay, 24 cases, but zero charge sheets. The only time a charge sheet was filed, it was quashed the very same week by the Honorable Madras High Court. So, having an FIR is nothing. It's just a first information report. An FIR can be against anyone. Shannamalai has over 50 cases. I have 24 cases. All of us have FIRs against us. So being in politics, it is impossible to not have FIRs. But what is the gravity of the offence? What have you done? That is what really matters. And if you're charge sheeted, then definitely is a problem. But just having an FIR against you does not guarantee or warranty that you can't be a part of any organization.
You know, you told me, Vinoj, in the past 10 years, under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, எல்லா தப்பு என்ன இருந்தது from the previous governments, that's been nullified. அதை நீங்க சொன்னீங்க. Of course, I can see great promises, great development. Like every Indian cannot deny that. ஆனா ஒரு கேள்வி கண்டிப்பா கேட்கணும் உங்ககிட்ட. Not as a BJP representative, not as a politician. I'm asking you an honest answer with logic. Forget this Modi magic. Let's talk logic, sir. Electoral bonds. Was that the way of rectifying the 60 or 70 years of mistake of the past? Electoral bonds, is that something that you say was a master stroke? What is your take on this? Study the chronology and everything is very clear. Put some insight into this from your point of view.
Before the electoral bonds were introduced, if you were a politician, if I was a businessman, all the dealings were happening under this table. So bags were kept under the table, which no camera could capture, and the money will be yours. There's no accountability for the money you took. The electoral bonds, for the first time in Indian politics, has brought the kind of transparency which which a few countries in the West follow. So that's the transparency which this country needs. It's transparency which holds you accountable. Tomorrow, any individual through an RTI can access and find out how much money came to the BJP or to any other political party from which company, and you can ask, okay, you've taken 140 crores from this company. Where did the money go? What have you done? Or why is this why this guy has been let loose because he gave you so much money? So it's a very bold move.
These are the questions we are asking you.
It's a very bold move.
You are saying transparency and people are saying this was secrecy. It was not because of Prime Minister Modi that the answers came out. It is because of the Supreme Court's complete pressure on the SBI that the SBI had to flourish these details. And also, Mr. Vinoj, I want to understand, study this chronology a little bit. When a person has a case on them, has a raid on them, few days later comes an electoral bond to BJP and they are let go. There are also cases where you give the electoral bond and then you get a good order from the government. Is there a study into this? Would a common man be able to ignore this and say this is transparency? It isn't.
See, the entire concept of electoral bonds was brought in by the BJP.
Correct.
Now, why did they bring it in? It was brought in to make sure that the people know what is being done and where the resources, for all the events the Prime Minister goes to. It's not the government money, it's the party's money. What money has been received is being spent on several grand events where the party is being showcased. So, for the first time, a political party has dared to do this. It takes a lot of guts to actually come out and do this. See, accusations can be multiple. Okay, it's very easy to accuse a person. That's the easiest thing someone can do is to say, oh, you did this, you did this, you did that. But beyond all that, which political party has dared to actually come over and say, yes, I took money from so and so person, and this is where we used the money. I'm reiterating, there has not been one individual or one organization which has been left off the hook just because they have paid money through an electoral bond to BJP. There's not been one individual. I can quote companies, I can quote individuals who still are going through the legal process, who are still facing the judiciary, who are still facing charges. They might have contributed, but that never let them off the hook. That's never let them off the hook. The common man, the man who watches this, should understand how important this is. In fact, the policies of the BJP when it comes to economy are so vital in the progress of the nation. Yesterday, I had the opportunity of meeting a very seasoned person on my flight back from Delhi, one Mr. Meratia, who had written a book, and he had spoken about the importance of the bankruptcy and the insolvency code, which was brought in about in 2016. He's spoken about how vital that has been to safeguard the country's economic policies and to ensure that the economy flourished, without which we would have been whitewashed today. He gave me so many insights. He's not a BJP man. Mr. Meratia is an individual who has written books. He's a corporate lawyer. He just happened to meet on the flight, and he was specifically mentioning about how brilliant the move of our Honorable Prime Minister was to bring about this particular law to make sure that the country is able to progress economically and we are not suffering a backlash. So there is a lot which goes behind the scenes, a lot more than what is visible to the naked eye. And as I told you, it's very easy to accuse and say, oh, you did this, you did that. But what is the truth behind that is what is important. People need to take a few minutes to study and understand the importance of these things and not just go by what the WhatsApp University believes in.
WhatsApp University has become a big trending hashtag, and no party has escaped that, I can tell you that. But my last few minutes with you, Mr. Vinoj, I want to clarify this today as two Indians speaking to each other. Both of us want a better India, both of us want a peaceful India, both of us want a happy India. I want to clarify the sentence with you and I want your patient ear on this. Today, by look and by heart and by everything, I may not look to be a South Indian. When I go outside in certain areas, I hear this tag saying, "E para vellekara, pada North Indian paye." I hear that. Sometimes I smile, sometimes I respond, but I don't like that too much. It's like I care for the city more or if not equal to every other Chennite. Recently, our Prime Minister, campaigning for the BJP, came out with a sentence that I thought hurt a lot of people. He was talking about money being given to certain people and he's called the Muslims as infiltrators. Now, sir, this I want to understand. A Prime Minister of the country for 10 years termed the Muslims as infiltrators. These are Indian citizens who have got Aadhaar cards from the same government. Ask any Muslim, man or woman, brother or sister, are you okay with that sentence? Should your Prime Minister say it and they will not be happy with that? It has hurt the people, sir. Of course, the press that is controlled majorly will not promote that. Of course, on your YouTube channel that has been edited. But this has hurt some sentiments. As Indians, is that something that you would vouch for and say, no, what he said was right? Or would we say, no matter he's amongst the greatest leaders, as you say, the world has seen, in the heat of the moment, he might have made an error to stir the people's emotions. But to say that was wrong. No one can defend calling Muslims infiltrators would be right. That would hurt any Indian. What is your take on this, Mr. Vinoj?
No Indian Muslim has been affected by what the Prime Minister said. The Prime Minister was clearly referring to the Rohingyas who have been infiltrating the country across the border and who've been causing havoc wherever they've been settling down. He was very specific to the Rohingyas who have been infiltrating our borders and coming into our homeland and trying to take away what is actually belonging to the people of that particular state, especially West Bengal, let it be Assam. If you go to Assam, and we talk about this, only people there will understand the gravity of what the Rohingyas have been doing there. Now, coming back to how people are being misled here, you're very sure of the kind of protest which happened in Chennai on Mount Road against the CAA. Now tell me, I've been calling upon people, anyone, any individual who has been taking up against the CAA to come out here and prove that the CAA is going to affect one Indian Muslim, man or woman, like you rightly said, one Indian man or woman, Muslim, who is going to be affected because the CAA has been brought into place. But why are they going and protesting on the road? Who instigated them? Who has lied to them? Who has made them believe that the CAA is against you? So what is the reason behind these things? It is very important because BJP is not the party which plays with the emotions or sentiments of the people. But the opposition parties here have been very, very categorically doing that. The entire concept behind parties like the Congress or the TMK is they divide people based on three factors: region, religion, and language. That is where you've been affected. They try to affect me. I'm born and brought up in Chennai. My father is from Tirunelveli, mother is from Selvam. My roots are from Chennai, and I'm more Tamil than any DMK leader is. I'm more Tamil than any DMK leader is. But then, what did you try to sell me off as? The DMK was saying, "Maravadi pen vote podadinga. Vote vaangittu Rajasthan voduruvan." So my reply to one woman who asked me this when I went into a housing colony was, "Ninga Marwadi vote poda thappu illama, Pakistani vote poda thappu. மார்வாடிங்களும் இந்தியாவில் உள்ளவங்க தான், அது தப்பு கிடையாது. ஆனால் நான் நல்லா தமிழ் பேசக்கூடிய தமிழ் பையன். இங்கே வந்து உங்கள்கிட்ட ஓட்டு கேட்குற திமுகனை விட நான் தமிழ் பேசுவேன்." So I had to sit and explain this to her. But it's not a great feeling that you have to explain your own country that, and people have been brainwashed so much. Now who do you blame for this? So the DMK has been successful in brainwashing people against people. Dayanandi Maran on record has gone out to say people from UP and Bihar come to very clean bathrooms here. What language is that? How can you categorize people? How can you categorize people? Today we are living in a very small world. We are living in a progressive world. Everything is everyone's. That's how the world is becoming. And at this juncture, you go out and categorize people of different parts of the country. It's unfair, especially in a city like Chennai, which is home to thousands of people from all over the country. There are Malayalis who live here. There are people who speak Telugu who live here, Gujaratis, Rajasthanis. It's a multicultural.
That's the essence of Tamil Nadu and Chennai itself, sir. Yeah.
வந்தவரை வாழ வைக்கும் தமிழ்நாடுன்னு சொன்னா பார்த்தாதுங்க. அதில் வாழ்ந்து காட்டணும். But that's not what is happening. You can't differentiate people on those lines. And the BJP never does that. So infiltrators was a specific statement to these Bangladeshis who've been crossing the border and who've been causing havoc in several northeast states. And the BJP is going to deal with them with the iron fist. That's what the Europe is finally waking up to. Europe is going through a tragedy because of allowing infiltrators to come and settle, and now they're trying to take over their nation. Today, let it be a Rishi Sunak or a leader from Germany coming out and saying we are going to sign letters and we are going to kick people out today who are infiltrated. It's because their countries are suffering, and Narendra Modi is not going to allow that to happen to our nation.
Fantastic. Well said. Whichever party comes in, of course, the exit polls say something, intuition says something, people believe something. But obviously, like every Indian would want a better, flourishing, happy, peaceful country and a strong opposition as well, sir. Because I believe the strength of a country not only is the governing party, but also a strong opposition.
I really appreciate Rahul Gandhi for going out and admitting that India needs a strong opposition. So, once in a while...
So your take on today's Congress, or your take on Rahul Gandhi. Don't give me a BJP from answer. Your take from as an individual, when you look at Rahul Gandhi, something will be good, something will be...
I feel bad for him. I feel that he has been forced to be in politics. I really don't think he's interested in what he is doing. Just like how we have Udayani's talent here. These people are all born with a golden spoon. They've lived the high life. Now you ask them to go to the streets and roads and campaign, it is impossible for them. They want a lifestyle of their own. I think they should just let them be. I actually feel bad for these individuals who have been forced to come and, try to work with the people, try to understand the emotions of the common man who works and who lives from the slum. It's difficult. The connect is very difficult.
What about Vijay? Talabadi Vijay is going to make his entry, something we can't deny. So, adapati unga views enna irukku. When actors like Kamal Hassan sir, Vijay sir, they come into politics, give me an honest answer. They come in with this aura, they come in with this trust factor, or goodwill irukku, or fan follow irukku, or nambike irukku. Yenna we have seen you doing the action, we have seen you saving the people, we have seen you saying the right things and doing the perfect things.
I blame the Dravidian parties for this mindset. It's a sad state of affairs, but it's the fact. If you look into states like Kerala and Karnataka and all these neighboring states, Maharashtra, all these states have student elections at the universities. So when you have student elections in colleges, what happens is the youngsters get aligned to a certain ideology. They choose right, left, center, but some ideology. So there is a certain inclination towards politics. They start to understand politics and politicians better. But in Tamil Nadu, the student elections were banned about 25-30 years back. And ever since that got banned, students were more inclined to Ajit and Vijay and Rajini and Kamal and not towards politics. They didn't understand politics. And that's the reason that we are so mesmerized by these heroes to come and save us. Heroes can only save us on screen, but off screen is a totally different game altogether. It takes a lot, but Actor Vijay wants to enter politics. Good luck to him. Let God bless him with the best. And if he is out here to come and actually serve the people, then we are more than happy. But we'll have to wait and watch what he has to offer.
Is your party also going to open doors to Vijay?
BJP has always been open to like-minded parties. If you're willing to serve the interest of the nation, the interest of the people, then BJP is always willing to align with such individuals to take on the greater evil.
Fantastic. I'll tell you what, sir, it's been a fantastic session talking with you. It's been very, very insightful. And your final message to the people. Of course, you are not an astrologer, so Tamil Nadu results vandu solla mudiyadhu. But what is your take on India as such? Because ninga sonninga, I heard you say it somewhere, I think on your Instagram. It's for the rare times that people, ippoda theriyo, we are voting for the Prime Minister. Otherwise, people do not know the difference. The common man might not know the difference. Who are we actually voting for? But now India is deciding who they want governing our country, not just state, governing our country. We are choosing that one person amongst millions and billions of citizens who will be the face, the mind, the thought, the action, the soul and the spirit for our country. Your numbers that you predict from this, or what's the result you see?
Been sticking to 400 plus, and we are sure of getting a 400 plus. We have great times ahead for the nation.
This is Modi ki guarantee.
100%. We have great times ahead for the nation, great times ahead for the people of this great country. And Bharat is going to be the Vishwaguru, and we are going to lead the nation to greatness. We're going to lead the world to greatness. The nation, India, is going to lead the world to greatness. So I think this election is very important. Like rightly said, this is the future. This is the future for every Indian. Every Indian who votes for BJP, who doesn't vote for BJP, it's the future for everyone. BJP doesn't differentiate between voters and non-voters. It is a party for all. It's a very inclusive party. It's an all-inclusive party, and we're just looking forward for the 4th of June and looking forward for serving the people.
Fantastic. I tell you, Vinoj, it's been a complete honor to have a great discussion with you, healthy discussion with you. And if this is the future of Indian politics, parties, forget that. But if politicians and leaders like this are emerging in our country, I can tell you for sure, India is in very, very safe hands. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Ram or Vande Mataram or whatever you say, the pride of being an Indian should always stick around. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, Vinod. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Chennai Live, Radio Redefined.